Time for business now with Kate Moody. Good evening, Kate.
Hi, Rochelle.
Trade tensions have been high for months and we're starting to see a concrete impact, but not necessarily a good one.
No, not the kind of message that the Trump administration was hoping to put out. Of course, officials have been saying that their policy of imposing tariffs on trading partners is all about securing more advantageous trading terms and boosting American business. An electronics firm in South Carolina, though, says it's closing down, cutting 126 jobs in the process as a direct result of the tariffs. Element Electronics assembles televisions, with most parts imported from China. Since July, those components have been taxed at a rate of 25%. The company says it's become too expensive for it to keep operating. Management says it's still hoping to receive an exemption from the tariffs, which would allow them to reopen. Meanwhile, the United States has fired the next shot in its simmering trade war with China, confirming fresh 25% tariffs on another $16 billion worth of Chinese goods as of August 23rd. Beijing said it was forced to retaliate in kind, with its new tariffs taking effect on the same date. The move means that within 2 weeks, the world's two largest economies will be taxing a total $50 billion worth of each other's products, and more levies could be pending. Tesla's board is looking into a proposal to delist the electric car maker from the stock exchange and take it private. The Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States is also now looking into whether Elon Musk does indeed have the funding he's promised to do so. Tesla's also gearing up for other changes, though, including a new manufacturing plant in China, its first outside of the United States. Our team in Shanghai sent this report.
In China's richest city, it's the fashionable new brand, Tesla. This 26-year-old entrepreneur has just bought himself this model.
I bought my Tesla in April. It cost me 150,000 euros.
In the last 6 months, Tesla has sold 8,000 vehicles in Shanghai. And the American firm isn't stopping there. Last July, Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced plans to open an enormous factory in China, one capable of producing 500,000 vehicles a year. A local factory would reduce production costs and sidestep import taxes. The aim? Less expensive cars that lure more Chinese customers.
This plant would mostly make Model 3s, and the price will be lower than it is now. I think it will allow me to save a lot of money if I can buy a car that's made in China.
China is an attractive market for Tesla. The government has made developing the electric vehicle sector a priority.
We brought Tesla to China, not only to make the brand pull up our electric car business, but also to make China the world leader in this field.
In Shanghai, Tesla has already installed the largest charging station in the world, capable of powering 50 cars at the same time.
Let's check in on the day's trading action now. It was a mixed close for the major European indices as those trade tensions resurfaced. London's FTSE 100 outperforming. The pound sterling continued to drop because of concerns about the slow pace of Brexit negotiations. It fell to its lowest level against the US dollar in 12 months and its lowest level against the euro, the lowest level in 2018. Wall Street, meanwhile, struggled for gains. We saw Disney shares closing down 2% after disappointing earnings. Tesla shares closing flat a day after soaring 11%. Just the Nasdaq managing a positive close at the end of trade. Moving on to some of the day's other business headlines now. Ryanair will cancel 1 in 6 flights on Friday as pilots in Germany and the Netherlands vote to join a 24-hour strike, in fact affecting Ireland, Sweden and Belgium. The walkouts are the second of the summer, affecting tens of thousands of passengers. The low-cost airline has struggled with complaints over pay and working conditions since agreeing to recognize trade unions for the first time in December. A U.S. lawmaker has been indicted on charges of insider trading. Republican Congressman Christopher Collins, along with his son and another family member, are accused of conspiring to make money off of information about an Australian biotech firm on whose board Collins served. He's now been removed from the House Energy and Commerce Committee. And IKEA has opened its first store in India. The Swedish furniture chain hopes to attract up to 7 million customers a year at the outlet near the southern city of Hyderabad. It ultimately wants to open 24 more stores across the country. To cater to the population, the Indian IKEA will offer more low-cost products, as well as a partnership with a platform of handymen to help assemble purchases, and it will include more vegetarian options at its ubiquitous cafe, including a twist on its famous Swedish meatballs, now sold in chicken or veggie options.
Well, okay. Kate Moody with the Business Roundup. Thanks very much for that.